Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are back on Soulstone survivors, as you can see, and if you have a look we are back on the Barbarian. Now yesterday's video we played the Pyromancer with his Shard of Chaos, and we thought it would be really cool to use one archetype on that character, and that was Chaos, because of his new skill working on Chaos. So I decided, you know what, we'll do that with every single one of the characters. We'll start off with the Barbarian and we'll go through to Houndmaster, Spellblade, Arcane Weaver, and maybe we'll do the Sentinel. I'm really dreading Doom. It is quite a unique one to go with, and then we'll do the Paladin as well. But so we're going to start this off. We've already done the Pyromancer, so let's go through to the Barbarian. The runes are pretty simple. We're going to be running Crit Mastery, Generalist, Multicast Mastery, Executioner, and Skill Mastery Electric, because obviously this weapon is an electric type weapon. So we're going to focus on the electric. We're going to be doing ourselves a Curse 7, and we are going to have an extremely fun time here. So it is actually extremely strong. Firstly, this deals more damage based on how much dazed and disorientate is on a target. So playing a full electric build makes a lot of sense. And what we're going to be prioritizing is cast frequency, crit, and AoE. Obviously, because we are playing melee, we want that AoE so that we can hit enemies from further away. Now, there are a couple of skills that we will be looking for. Obviously, it's his I think it's overcharging strike or something like that. We'll see. It is the second part, or one of the new skills that came with this weapon. It is the unique skill. If we had to take weapon expert, we would have it in the second slot. So we are looking for overcharging strike, I believe it's called, and we will also be looking for our Jupiter Spear. So actually picking up summon infantry is really good here, but unfortunately, as you can see, there is a long cooldown on them, and I just got them all killed in the beginning. So that wasn't very clever of me, and that's going to cause us a slight delay in the beginning of the game, just because we aren't going to be doing as much damage as we could be if we had our Doom stack. So we're just going to have to wait a little bit till our summon infantry have resummoned, and then we can go into something else. We'll get more XP and move in from there. So there we go. Now we just got to make sure that we don't actually get hit by our the Void Presence, because they will just instantly murder all of our summon infantry. So overcharge strike, there it is over there. That is fantastic. We are going to grab some movement speed over here. Again, I didn't say it, but movement speed will be important as well, because we are on Curse 7, and being able to move a lot faster is a lot better as well, just for the survival. So we'll grab Core Lightning now. We're not going to keep it. We'll replace it when we get something a bit better. We're going to banish that. Take that over there. Grab Lightning Bolt. That's fantastic. And then start on the crit. So again, we will be looking for crit. We're going to be looking for cast frequency, some movement speed in the beginning, even a rare magnetism if it was there. Multicast for overcharge strike. Perfect. Oh, we skipped one of the skills there. Okay, grab Core Lightning. Thunderclap is actually very strong here as well. It causes disorient. And then even Jupiter Spear is very strong. But we are going to try and focus on Thundering Slash. So we do want the area of effect and cast frequency, so that it can do more damage to all of the enemies. Obviously, the more dazed we proc with all of our skills, the more damage it's going to be doing in the long run. So we do want to apply as much dazed as possible, and then we can just one tap anything, and it deals a lot of damage, especially to bosses, and it is just insane to see. So we could go Thundering Strike instead of Core Lightning. It will do more damage and it has a stun, but I am looking for the Thunderclap instead of Thunder Strike. So we'll grab the rare multicast. That's perfect as well. Obviously, the more skills that go off, the more damage we'll do, the more, because we'll have more dazed stacks on enemies. Now, on that topic, if we grab ourselves an exposed weakness, that is fantastic as well, because as we know, exposed weakness makes it so we double the chance of, we get double the amount of stacks of negative effects onto the enemies. So we'll end up getting a lot more dazed, and therefore deal a lot more damage. So as you can see, we're hitting that Eternal Guardian really hard because of the dazed stacks on them, but we also don't have the area of effect yet to really, you know, hit him from a safe distance. So there was Jupiter Spear, perfect. Get rid of Core Lightning, grab area of effect. We can grab Desperation, that's okay, we can get rid of that. Some cast frequency, crit, and a bit of laugh. Again, we could have gone for the area of effect there, but the 5% isn't too big of a difference. We will obviously get more in the future, so we aren't too worried about that. So right now, Jupiter Spear will do quite a lot for us in terms of area of effect and distance, and it just deals a lot of damage as well, as it is a very strong skill. So really great to have. And we've got our favorite boss over here, the Prophetess, who is chasing us away when we just want to hug her. You know, we just want to give you free hugs. Why are you running away? Anyway, area of effect, that's going to influence those. That's perfect over there. Some more damage. We can go burn to slow, crit mastery, and get rid of Leviathan, and we'll take the area of effect there. We are going to grab this laugh, and then we're just going to keep moving. Let's destroy all of these pylons. We don't have any bosses up at the moment, so we can do that. We've got enough movement speed. I'm not too worried about getting any more right now. I feel like I'm in quite a comfortable place with them, or with my movement speed, so we can keep going over there. So now we're just looking for more cast frequency, crit, and area of effect again. And until we're able to, you know, hit bosses without really worrying about being too close to them, we will then, you know, obviously stop getting our area of effect and focus on, you know, more damage and cast frequency. But until we get to that stage, we still have to kind of worry about the area of effect, because obviously it does make a difference. We are just standing over here. It looks like we're in a decent spot to just wail on the opponent, except for when our, you know, one Gammoth decides to use his flamethrower, although we do have two of him, which is quite annoying because of the flamethrower. But they do seem or tend to be standing quite still, which is fantastic as well. It gives us the opportunity to just stand there and whack them as much as possible. So cast frequency is going to be a really big one, guys. You are going to need a lot of it, especially on Jupiter Spear and everything else. Even your summon infantry need a lot more cast frequency. We do have Desperation into Thermal Shock, and then now into Hypothermia. We are going to grab one slow just because of grading that juicy Hypothermia over there. A lot of people seem to sleep on the amount of damage that you gain from Fragility, guys. It is insanely strong. Do not sleep on Fragility. Don't even think about banishing it ever. If you can get as many stacks as you want of it as possible, you will be in a fantastic spot, because it just makes you deal more and more damage. So, you know, Fragility is just really worth it. You don't want to have to not take it, but obviously taking flat damage works just as well. But if you have like an option between all of them, like your Fragility, Doom, Burn, all that, take the Fragility. I wouldn't advise banishing it. It can really make you, it can stack up really fast, and you can deal a lot of damage very quickly with it. So especially with having like Disorient and even Brittle, adding that Fragility is going to make a huge difference to your damage. So I definitely suggest possibly making sure that you at least get some form of fragility into your build. Okay, I do think that summon infantry needs to be gone. Unfortunately, although they are really good, because they are minions, they do distract the bosses, and because we are playing melee, it is making it a little bit more difficult for us because they're focusing on that instead of us, and I would prefer them to be focusing on us so that I know where their attacks are going and so on and so forth, so that we are able to dodge them properly. Because right now all that's happening is we getting hit by, like, we being cannon fodder right now. So we're being hit by area of effects that aren't actually after us, and it's really, really irritating because, you know, it's easier to dodge things when you know they're coming for you than it is to dodge it just because it's there. So we do need to maybe get rid of the summon infantry, but it is what it is. We've really got it. We're quite late into everything already, so, you know, just in the future maybe just don't take it or do something else with it. But for now, it's okay. We've really got it. We can't really change it right now. It's not worth it. We'll just stick with it. But in future, don't take the summon infantry unless you really, really like summons. But personally, I think you can do without them. It's no problem. Having the thunder tap is probably going to be way more beneficial than having the infantry. Okay, we did have to take a life over there, unfortunately, but we are nearly done. We're in a very good spot over here, except for, you know, when we run into the Fallen Knights spin. That doesn't really do us any good. Prophetess just used her AoE, so we should be able to kill her before she uses it again. There we go. Chaos Bringer with his irritating bomb ability as well. And as you can see, we are getting a little bit knocked around over here, which isn't the most fantastic thing to happen to us. But we've only got the one boss left. I don't even know where he is. There he is. Spinning again. We are going to have to just hit him slowly from afar for right now, but that's okay. He will stop spinning eventually, and then we can, you know, wail on him with all of our dazed stacks, so that's okay. There we go, Paladin dead. Grab all the XP, and we can now go for some multicast here. Damage, we're not getting our area of effect the way that I would like to, so that is slightly unfortunate. We didn't get as much area of effect as I really hoped for, but that is how it is. Unfortunately, sometimes you're not going to be able to get the area of effect all the time. We did get quite a bit right now, which is fantastic. And as you can see, it will probably make things a lot easier for us. So we're gonna just keep going. We've only got one more bosses left, but this has been a lot slower than what I have done in the past. So, you know, again, I really think the Thundering Clap is an important one. Do keep that in mind. It's much better than the Summon Infantry, especially because of the Disorient instead of Dazed. And also it has a stun where the infantry don't, so that stun really does help you from taking extra chip damage from other things. Also, I think area of effect might have a priority over other things, and other times I've had more crit as well. So it is all very RNG on what you get, time wise at least, but obviously you can beat it with any skills and any power or buffs or bonuses that you get in the skills. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It is very, very strong, where you're not going to have to worry about doing enough damage. You have the damage. It's just about how fast you can do it based on the skills you get. So, and upgrades, obviously. So in my case, oops, even though we tried to dodge there, just didn't want to. but you could see we have the paladin on our head over there. We do want to just kill him because they deal a lot of damage. We've only got 1 life left, which is a bit of a painful situation, but again we do have more area of effect now, so we can just sit back a bit more and kill these bosses from a bit more of a distance, which is fantastic. So let's kill the ice giant, or whoever we can actually just hit. Probably both of them at the same time would be fantastic. Opa! Bomber goblin. You should be dead very soon. Come on, there we go. You're dead, and we just were left with the fallen knight, who's been doing his own thing because of our summon inventory. And there we go. So 12 minutes. Oh, that was a terrible time. You'll see now that we actually beaten it in a much better time. We only had 65% crit. So really, it all boils down to what bonuses you get in the upgrade menu. As you can see here, Thundering Slash doing 36 million damage, Jupiter Spear on 17 million, even Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt dealing decent amounts of damage, and Summon Infantry actually not that bad, but again having Thunder Clap instead of Summon Infantry would be better in terms of having disorient stacks, as well as having a stun for the melee purposes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As you can see, our other time was 8 minutes and 39 seconds, so it was nearly a whole 4 minutes slower, but it doesn't really matter. It was still very strong, still extremely enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.